Hey guys, in our previous video, we have learned how to send HTML form data to Google Sheets. So in this video, I will show you how to send HTML form data to your Google Sheet as well as to your email. So first of all, let me show you how it's going to work. So here I'm going to write a name, something like patients, and email, something like patients@gmail.com, and a message, something like hello. So now if I click on the send button, this data will be stored in Google Sheet. Also, we are going to get a notification here. So here, as you can see right now, I don't have any notification. So now if I click on this send button, see it is showing data is sending, and just wait. As you can see, it is showing data sent successfully. Now if I open Google Sheet, as you can see, the details that I entered before are successfully stored in Google Sheet. Now if I open my email, here also as you can see, we got a notification with subject new form submission. So if I open this, as you can see that the data we stored in Google Sheet is same compared to this mail, which are filled by user from this form. So I will show you how to deploy this. So let's get started. So first of all, simply go to your app script. So earlier we have written this code, right? So here we need to make some changes in order to receive notifications to our email. So for that, simply so here, so we have a service called Mail App. So this Mail App service is mainly useful for sending emails. So inside this Mail App, we have a function called send email. So this send email function will accept an object. So and that object is an so that object will contains all the things that are relevant to the mail message. So here inside this object we have a property called to. So for this to, you need to specify your email that you want to receive notifications. So once user submits this form, I want to receive to my email, which is this one, hamantinquiries at the rate gmail.com. So here simply write your email that you want to receive notifications. So after this I'm going to write another property called subject. So the subject of the email. So I'm going to write the subject as new form submission. So whenever user submits a form, you will get an email to this hamantinquiries@gmail.com with this subject new form submission. So for every submission, you will get a subject like this new form submission. And finally, the main thing, which is the body, which is the main content of the message. So here I'm going to write a string with content name and a colon and then space. So after that, we need to show the name that user enters inside this input field, name input field. So whenever user enters their name inside this name field, that value will be stored inside this data dot name. So here we need to write data dot name, and then after this I'm going to write another string with backslash n. So this backslash n is for giving a new line after this name. So in the body I want to show name in the first line, and after the first line I want to show email. So if you don't write this backslash n, all the message will comes in same line, which will make the message to look ugly in the mail. So that's why I'm writing this backslash n. So after this I'm going to write plus again, and here I'm going to write email string colon and then space, and the email will be stored inside data dot email. So I'm going to write data dot email, and then again we need a backslash, otherwise email and message will come in same line. So here that's why I'm writing backslash n, and then enter plus again, and here I'm going to write a string with content message and then colon and then space, and the message will be stored inside data dot message. So that's it. Now we don't need to write this backslash n because we only have three fields. So if you have another field, then we need to write backslash n here. So I think that's it. Let's test whether it's working or not. So since we made some changes in this code, we need to redeploy it again. So simply click on this deploy button and click on new deployment again. So here simply enter web app and add some description like added mail app service. And then that's it. We don't need to make any other changes. So simply click on deploy again. So now you will get another web app URL. So simply copy this and replace your existing previous web app URL. So remove this and paste the new web app URL. So now let's run this page again. So now that's it, I think. So let's test whether it's working or not. So here I'm going to write a name test and then test@gmail.com and a message something like hello. Now let's simply click on send. It is showing data is sending. Just wait. Let me open browser console. It is showing some error, guys. Type error, failure to fetch. Let me click on refresh. Let me enter the details again. So name test and then test at the gmail.com and some message like hello. And now simply click on send. Just wait. It is showing or server, guys. That means we don't have permission. Okay, let's let's delete the existing form and create new form again. So simply go to your forms and I'm going to delete this form. I think we need to redeploy it, otherwise it will show a cursor. Let me click on remove and then so now let's create a blank spreadsheet again and let's rename the file from untitled spreadsheet to user data and then here, sorry, not here, here I type the column name as name and then email and then message and then go to extensions tab and click on app script. So here I have already copied the previous code, so I'm going to copy this and paste it here. Let me see the code. Okay, I have written my email. So that's it. Click on deploy, new deployment, and select web type web app. And then change this from only myself to anyone, and simply click on deploy button. Now I think it will again ask to authorize access because now we have created a new sheet and we are trying to attach a script for that sheet. So as you can see, it is asking again authorize access. So simply do this process. So I'm going to do it. So now I got another new web app URL. So simply copy this one and replace this one. So now let's test it again. As you can see, we don't have any data here. So here I'm going to write a name something like test and then test at the rate gmail.com and the message something like hello. Now click on send button. It is showing data is sending. As you can see, it is saying data sent successfully and we have successfully received the data to our Google Sheet. Now open email. So I'm going to open my Hemant Enquiries at the rate gmail.com account. Just wait. This is my another account. So I'm going to select my Hemant Enquiries at the rate gmail.com account. So here, as you can see, we successfully got an email notification with subject new form submission because here we have given subject as new form submission. That's why it is showing like that here. And if I open this, as you can see, we got name, email, and test that we just gave it before. Name, we gave the name as test and the email as test at the gmail.com and the message with hello. So that's how we send form data to Gmails.